Steve Presley letting it go as Darren Rogers picks it up as Carlisle perhaps guilty of playing a little bit too much football in their own quarter. Dewsbury back with the initiative. Paul Worthy. Mark Conway looking for his runners, then puts a good ball. Les Holiday's got support. Marcus Charles goes over. The first try at Mount Pleasant. It was Conway, it was Holiday. Marcus Charles up in support. The footballers created it. Mark Conway. The resulting scrum. Conway, Delaney. Delaney brings in Nathan Graham. Delaney's opposite numbers, it's Danny Russell. Australian from the Manly club. Les Holiday. Marcus Charles goes over. Again it was Holiday. The cultured football of Les Holiday putting 6 points, but if Carlisle had missed it, it could have been Dewsbury's third try. As Nathan Graham comes in, Nathan Graham got Rombo with him. Goes himself, Nathan Graham gets the ball down. The solo run from the fullback then. The Carlisle defense. To escape. The chip forward just hasn't come back. Darren Rogers breaks down the left. Has he got the pace? Rogers goes in. I don't know if you call that an opportunist try or a gift try. I think we've probably got to... Mark Conway then, with the feed, the blind side. Marcus Charles then, Eddie Rombo goes inside. Marcus Charles, that's what they call the dummy scissors. Marcus Charles goes over. That's his hat-trick. It's Dewsbury's 5th try of the afternoon, and really, they don't come much. The right boot of Neil Kelly finding that touch. Just Kelly finds Conway, finds Delaney, and Paul Delaney juggles, goes back, recovers. That must have almost been a forward pass as Marcus Charles, a little bit like 7-a-side rugby, as Coghlan. That was a good tackle by Henderson on Coghlan as Peter Bell pushes towards that halfway line. Infield again as Conway. Coghlan again turns and pirouettes as the Australian does so well. Often looks shackled, then finds a little bit of extra impetus as Holiday again, the blind side. Just looking to slip the ball back. Kelly was here, there and everywhere trying to get in a position to receive the pass as Conway. Delaney again, the danger man, Marcus Charles. This time Eddie Rombo gets the ball, and then Rombo beats Charles, and Charles still going. A thorn in the side of the Cumbrian defence this afternoon. Kelly, Conway, this time it's a high one. That ball swinging in the air, it's bouncing, it's bouncing, it's bouncing! And again, Carlisle just watching that ball. Neil Kelly, the man following up. Move it out, Barry Williams, off Eddie Rombo, and Eddie Rombo gets the ball, and Eddie Rombo breaks away, and Eddie Rombo goes up the touchline. The fullback comes across, tries to get there, but Eddie Rombo goes over in the corner again for what Murdoch, Russell, and now then the interception. It looks like Mark Conway, if I can judge him seeing the number. Mark Conway always liked the interception at Leeds and at Wakefield Trinity. Conway intercepts, just brings Dewsbury to life. The boy that pass took cries of forward, but it didn't matter because it just ended up in the welcoming arms of Paul Delaney. McRae to the right, Peter Bell. Bell, that's Glenn. Rombo. Two of his compatriots now at hunt. Eric Kibbe, and of course Eric Kibbe's also brought over another Kenyan to join the Allen Road Club as Nathan Graham. Delaney. McRae, the dummy again, the slip now, it's Coghlan. Again, did well to get that ball out. Dennis Bailey did well to take it. He gets the ball out. Peter Bell. Bell gets it out. Delaney. Delaney gets it out. Well slipped from Agar. Nathan Graham, there must be something gone out right. The ball comes out. Glenn Bell. Glenn Bell. Under the post. Nearly under the post. Glenn Bell cropped up there in the right centre position. side in the shadow of the post, and I'm sure Dewsbury will threaten to take the tap. They have done, and Kelly's gone over. That was so simple. We talked about Nathan Graham using his head, and he was the wrong option. I think if Kurt Sorensen had have turned inside, Kurt Sorensen had support with him. It was a superb break by Clayton Friend. The support was from Sorensen. Sorensen opted to take it out to Tyra. I think if Sorensen had have stopped, turned the ball inside, I think it was either Gribbin or Routledge in support. I think it could have been a try under the post. Was that the turning point of the game? Was it the turning point of the second half? Only the last quarter of an hour or so will tell, but it was a let-off for Dewsbury. It was the danger man, Clayton Friend, careering down the field, supported by Sorensen. Superb play by Nathan Graham on Tyra, taking him out at the flag as Paul Delaney ducks infield. Time of consolidation for Dewsbury as Mark Conway running. Good play by Conway. Darren Rogers gets the ball out. Dennis Bailey. Has he got support out? The support's from Kelly. Kelly's got support. Rogers takes the ball. Rogers goes over. That was the turning point. Whitehaven miss a try at one corner. Darren Rogers scores at the other corner. We mentioned what could be the turning point.
Gotta go wide.
Produced by Nathan Graham.
Check the towel, Mark. Inside, Eddie.
Back at scrum half, he's moved positions. Nathan Graham returning to the fullback role, taking over from Richard Agar. Good run by Nathan Graham, just managing to keep in. Dennis Bailey turns it in to McRae. 2 tackles gone for Dewsbury. Norman Smith was saying before the game he wants Dewsbury to control the ball and to settle things down, not just to try and score points willy-nilly. Bell, that's the switch. Mark Conway looking for his runners. Out there goes Glenn Bell. Dennis Bailey. Again, good play, good switch by Bell and Conway. Les Holiday puts the long ball at well recovered by McRae. Paul Delaney was up there sniffing round looking for the slip pass if McRae could have slipped the ball, but Kelly, the switch. Holiday gets the ball. Marcus Charles has got the support. The support's there. It's the first score of the afternoon. Marquis Charles turns the ball in field. Neil Kelly goes under the post. It was the football of Holiday that set up that club. That's the turnover. That was good enterprising play by Bramley, getting Ronnie Sharp clear up the left, but unfortunately it was the 6 tackles and the turnover as Kelly Finds Peter Bell and a good support there, Nathan Graham, but trying to find Dennis Bailey on that left, but electing to take the tackle. As infield it comes, Mark Conway, Holiday running at the defence and getting the ball away to Kelly. Holds now then, Dennis Bailey versus Long. Inside, outside, good tackle by the Bramley full-back there. Good tackle by Gordon Long on Dennis Bailey. 1-1, you'd have perhaps backed Bailey to beat him. Crossfield it comes, Kelly and Mark Conway. Knock back, he said. There were thoughts of knock on as Marquis Charles comes onto that ball. Puts the ball inside. McRae goes for the line. Almost a replica of the move there where Neil Kelly scored and Paul Delaney. Mark Conway, the long ball, Holiday. The slip, Peter Bell, can he get the ball? He does. Magic! The magical slip as Glenn Bell strides over for the try. It was almost arrogant at the end. There were options left, right and centre. The ball was flicked behind the back. The last tackle, but that certainly will encourage Ashton. Glenn Bell. That's again Andy Marson getting through a good tackling stint. Pulling down their belt as Kelly finds space attaching half back. Now there's some space out. Marquis Charles and still proving difficult to hold. There goes McRae. Now goes Rombo. Rombo on the full-back. Rombo still going, and again, Long again there. Praise to the full-back. He just halted Eddie. McRae again moves it. Paul Delaney. Dennis Bailey. And again Dewsbury into the Bramley 22, trying to build on this 12 points. Mark Conway. Conway going himself. Gets the ball out. Delaney. Slips the ball back as Kelly. Holding and almost too many options there. Now, last tackle. Surely Dewsbury going to keep it going on hands rather than the kick. Mark Conway. Kick now. That was... well, Bramley's looks out. When you looks out, you can see tries like that. Mark Conway kicked the ball forward. I think it was more in hope than anything. He got the ricochet. Long then with the kick-off. Kelly and Glenn Bell. McRae growing in confidence. Of course, winning's a habit and playing in a winning team. Kelly again, Mark Conway. Individual haul for Conway so far, then 10 points already this afternoon with that try. 3 successful kicks out of 3. Worthy Conway. Holiday takes that ball, really steaming. Holiday still going, looking for his support, turning, just can't get the ball out. But because so often Holiday's the provider, the passer of the ball. He really took the ball moving from Mark Conway. Conway again. Delaney. Now then, Marquis Charles. Delaney. Rombo. But again, well taken. Just not enough room then. It was Ronnie Sharp that went low. It's a few years now since Greg Sharp played at Dewsbury as Charles. Conway. Good ball from Conway. Peter Bell going like a stag. This time it is Ian McRae. He'll get the try this time. McRae goes over. Good play. Good run by Peter Bell. He took that ball at speed. Puts the kick into the box, but Nathan Graham, time and space. Thought about the pass to Marquis Charles, but the safer option now then. Eddie Rombo try-scorer last week when all the Dewsbury three-quarters managed to score at London, but hasn't seen too much of the ball today. And neither has Errol Johnson. Given Dennis Bailey 1 or 2 calls, but Errol Johnson, perhaps we'll see more of him this side in the second half. That's Conway, the other halfback. Delaney battles in to Ray Ashton. I would think probably Ray Ashton and Delaney were at Leeds together at one time. In fact, I'm almost sure they were. As Holiday again puts the ball back to Glenn Bell. The slip again to McRae. McRae shrugging off, but Bramley tacklers hanging on in there. Conway, that's the long ball. Now then, Dennis Bailey support with him. Conway's with him. gives the ball, and Mark Conway going. He's got Eddie. Daryl Johnson comes with him. Good try for Errol Johnson. It was created by Mark Conway. It was a long ball from Mark Conway. Set Dennis Bailey free. That was one of Mark... For another score, as that's a good idea. This is kick from Holiday. That's what we talk about, varying the kicks, but so few teams try anything out of the ordinary. There's so much stereotype kicking. So, Glenn Bell, now then, as usual, going to come to life again. Paul Delaney holding, looking for the ball, and McRae, that ball just taking him back into the cover. Mark Conway, again Conway holding the ball. Now then Delaney, but nothing really on for Eddie Rombo then, nothing created really. He'd still got the two defenders in front of him as Peter Bell gets the slip. Now then Worthy, Delaney, Holiday, brings on Nathan Graham. Nathan Graham goes over for the try. It was a sleight of hand again. It was a sleight of hand from Les Holiday. Just as Ashton puts it through. Now then, let's see what Eddie Rombo can do. Just outside his own 20, but just can't get any momentum going. Peter Bell. Oh, good slip. As Ian McRae dummy then, well, probably just might have been better giving Dennis Bailey. It was still a 1-to-1 for Dennis, but Kelly, Delaney, the run around with Conway, back to Delaney. Richard Agar, another footballer. As Eddie Rombo does well, turns the ball back in field, and Dewsbury still going. Marquis Charles. Now then, Eddie Rombo going. Can they catch Eddie? Eddie still gets it on. Gets the ball, and really Dewsbury making a bit of hard work about that as the ball's still going. Mark Conway gets the ball, and now then it's Marquis Charles in the end, when you'd have backed a month's salary then on Eddie Rombo scoring, but Eddie just had his ankle tapped from behind, and Ashton, but Nathan Graham and Dennis Bailey. So, Dennis Bailey struggling. Very dangerous to let go, of course. Looks so often to be going nowhere, then suddenly just strides free and suddenly going down the middle of the field. But and Glenn Bell was up at the other end of the field not long ago, storming down the left centre berth as Mark Conway. Delaney, but it's a good ball. It's a good tackle on McRae. Delaney. Now then, Richard Agar. Long ball out. Coghlan. Good ball. Now then, Marquis Charles. Errol Johnson comes across in support. Has to wait for the ball, and Johnson, has he got the legs to go? Errol Johnson goes under the post. Beautiful ball, set Marquis Charles free up that. So Eddie Rombo was looking for a piece of the action. Marquis Charles. It's like Les Holiday starting to limber up. Is he going to come on for the last few minutes? As Worthy. Kelly, Conway. Again, Rombo mopping it up, and Delaney in where it hurts. In fact, it's Peter Bell that's going to come back, not Conway. Not Holiday. McRae. The support's there. Coghlan. Neil Kelly goes over then. The man that scored the first try of the afternoon could well score the last try of the afternoon.
Delaney fires it wide onto Conway, even wider. Well, it'll be back to one. Eventually goes to Johnson in midfield, a la basketball style. Johnson runs it wide again. But good tackle there, he's offloaded though Delaney, and there's Kitchen to extinguish the danger. McRae settles things down and drives it in. Kelly from acting half-back. Then on to Holiday. Holiday looks for runners. Puts Glenn Bell through the gap. With good tackling again, this time by Riley. On to Worthy, but Worthy again's wrapped up. Kelly on to Paul Bell. Last tackle. Will they try a drop? Eventually back to Conway, then on to Delaney. They're standing off them. Johnson picks it up. Good tackle by Tony Kay. Eventually going to Delaney and wide on to Bailey, and there's a try on last tackle. There's the ball in hoist one. It's gone straight up. Taken well by Graham. Dewsbury come away again. Charles on the Rombo, but he's brought down and just announced the man of the match goes to Town's number 7, Wayne Kitchen. Kelly, Conway steps it in field, looks for support. Back to Delaney, steps round one, still on his feet, trying to wriggle out, then finds the pass to Charles with good tackling back by Heppy. Kelly on to Peter Bell. He's been about Dewsbury's best forward, and he manages to offload onto Marcus Charles, who spots the gap, then on to Cox. Cox brought down well though by Tony Kay, last tackle. Delaney. Town rather sillily caught offside on last tackle. Kelly goes himself, still on his feet, eventually brought down by Drummond and Heppy. We're into stoppage time now at the end of this game. Conway onto Peter Bell. Bell almost through, offloads onto Charles, and Charles goes in for a try under the posts.
Way. Cries for offside. I don't know if it was offside or just the way that the scrum wheeled round. Gary Cox. So Dewsbury, 2 tackles gone, but time running out. The blind side switch through Holiday to Coghlan, just trying to release Rombo on the right, but the Hornets' cover's been excellent. Charles from Holiday cries for forward. Marquis Charles put down. Now then Kelly. Conway. Gary Cox. Now then again Holiday again, the blind side switch. Nathan Graham comes through. Nathan Graham goes over right on the stroke of half time. Just what Dewsbury wanted, just what Rochdale didn't want. We've got to say it's Gibson, who never been a kicker, Spider-Man, but puts the ball, but only as far as Errol Johnson, who comes off his left flank and puts the ball to Eddie Rombo, and Eddie Rombo's still going. So that's a good run by Rombo, almost runs over Cliff Eccles. There's 1 or 2 oohs and ahs going on. A Rochdale man down, but it's Peter Bell. Commented a number of times. He's had a good game. Kelly. Infield it goes. Mark Conway. Holiday. Coghlan steps off his right foot. Tried to get the ball away, but the Rochdale forward was doing a good clamping job. Holiday. Good break now then. Conway. Again, that was a good tackle on Conway. I think that was Gibson that got across. Conway plays the ball from the floor. Delaney. Cross field. Delaney going himself. Nathan Graham puts the ball out. Darren Rogers goes to the line. The referee says yes. Just the start that Dewsbury wanted then. The kick is from Colin Brown, but, trying to get the ball between Graham and Eddie Rombo. Rombo gets the foot, but too many tacklers for Eddie on that occasion. So a good, well-directed, well-weighted kick by Brown as Nathan Graham comes into Eccles and Crimes. Now then Delaney. Delaney shrugs off the challenge by Cannon, but falls to weight of numbers. Kelly. Holiday gets the one-handed slip. Out it goes again. Marquis Charles. And that's a good tackle. That's a great tackle on Charles by wingman O'Keefe. Came in there, and that really was a man and ball tackle. Certainly Rochdale putting some bite in as Charles moves the ball. Now then, what's Edel Johnson doing across here? He gets the support. Mark Conway going. Mark Conway still going. Mark Conway goes. Mark Conway goes over for the try for Dewsbury. Goodness me, we've said the game's toed and froed, and what was Errol Johnson doing in that crossfield position? But the kick crossfield, but that's set up Marquis Charles on that far side. Has he the legs to go? Eddie Rombo's with him, but I don't think anybody's going to get Marquis Charles. So probably the score Dewsbury wanted to settle their nerves down. The first score of the game, and it came really after 5 tackles played by West Bowling. The left foot of Peel, that's the relieving kick, which is going to be down the throat of Nathan Graham. Marquis Charles is with him. Paul Delaney is. Now then, Dennis Bailey. Ball knocked back there. Darren Rogers doing the tidying up. Dennis Bailey now. Paul Delaney. Paul Delaney trying to battle through. Kelly. Shane Williams. Kelly. Conway. Holiday. Not too many calls so far this afternoon for Les Holiday. Peter Bell. Peter Bell getting the ball infield and keeping it going. Delaney comes out to Shane Williams. Shane Williams putting the ball back. Not the best pass in the world. Nathan Graham then. Now then, back to Paul Delaney. The long ball out. Marquis Charles. Marquis Charles. Eddie Rombo with him. Puts the ball in. Eddie Rombo going to go under the posts. Marquis Charles unselfish then. Think probably almost certainly could have. Kelly. Gary Cox. Good low tackle by Hooker Harmshaw. Kelly again. Conway. Peter Bell. Peter Bell there drives through the first intended tackle. Good plunging run by the ex-Halifax man. The switch. Holiday puts the ball inside. Nathan Graham's got the support. The support's from Kelly. Kelly's going, gets the ball to Nathan Graham. Nathan Graham puts it back up to Kelly. That's the third Dewsbury try. In fact, it was conceding penalties. So the kick-off again is identical from Peel. This time it's a different move as Dewsbury try and use that blind side. Good play by Kelly, just rather than switching the ball in for Williams, as has happened at the previous kickoffs, just trying to exploit the weakness down the right flank. Conway, this time it's Bell. Bell again's looking, he's been slipping the ball well, Peter Bell, in recent games. Kelly and Conway and Holiday. Holiday, the nice delayed ball. Fleary, good tackle over there. I think that was the centre peel that came in. Good ball and all tackle. Conway, the long ball. Rogers just managing to keep it going. Now then, Dennis Bailey stepping and striding. Kelly, Holiday, he kicks, puts the high one up onto fullback Sykes, who fumbles the ball. Mark Conway's up. Mark Conway gets the ball. The fullback couldn't hold the up and under from Les Holiday. The live wire scrum half, Fallon just tries to change the point of the attack, but now then, what can Agar do? Just trying to create something for Charles and Rombo out, but a good cover tackle on the Dewsbury substitute. Conway moving the ball on 1-2. Gary Cox keeping it going through Conway. Peter Bell's going to go striding in, and Peter Bell gets the ball away. Holiday, Graham. Nathan Graham taking a little bit of stick in that tackle. Left it comes Shane Williams, and that was a fair old hit on Shane Williams by Hutchinson, but Dewsbury still keep the ball going as Conway. Now then, Darren Fleary. Can he get the ball out? But a good plunging, charging run by the second row man to the blind side. Mark Conway. Conway gets the ball now then. Eddie Rombo shrugs them off. Gets the touchdown. Again, it was a good 28 points to 4. Kelly, Conway, Cox. The switch. Nathan Graham keeps the ball going. Holiday moves it straight on. Dickinson shrugs off 1, shrugs off 2. Dennis Bailey. Shane Williams. Agar. Conway, nice play by Mark Conway. Goes solo, the scrum half's going to score. That's a super try. Mark Conway gets the ball down. That's 100 points of the season for Mark Conway. 102 points. Been given a penalty, but taking the quick tap. Nathan Graham moves the ball on. Dennis Bailey takes the quick ball, ever so simple, goes over for what is his first. Outpace Eddie Rombo. Mark Conway then. Agar. Nathan Graham goes. Now then, Nathan Graham's a full field. I don't think anybody's going to get near Nathan Graham. He's slipped his opposite number. The loose forward comes across, but Nathan Graham goes over to take Dewsbury to 44 points. Richard Field, plenty of kicking off practice. Kelly, dummy to Flair. I think now he finds it out. Dennis Bailey. Kelly then. Rogers back in field. I think probably Dewsbury now going to throw caution to the wind a little bit. Really give the ball plenty of air. Conway down the middle of the field now then. Can he get past the fullback? Conway's going. Has he got the legs to go? The cover comes across, but Mark Conway goes over. That's his hat trick. Again, Holiday switched the ball back inside, and Mark Conway, the right man in the right place at the right time. That time it's ruled not pinching the ball as Gary Cox in possession. Delaney, Dickinson. I think Dewsbury might be well advised now just to fan it out a bit and get it away from the close quarter stuff. Kelly, Holiday, Delaney. Tackled by Fallon as Kelly. Holiday, that was a risky ball from Marquis Charles. It's come off all right. It's gone via Rogers to Dennis Bailey, but it was luck as much as anything. Good ball there, the support there. It's Paul Delaney's going to go under the post then. That try coming out of nothing. Dennis Bailey well involved there. Paul Delaney. Drop goal perhaps? Not this time. Nathan Graham safely pockets that one. It was 1982 when Eccles played for Great Britain. A lot of water under the bridge since then. Dennis Bailey moving towards his 100 career tries for Dewsbury. Good drive by Paul Worthy, because Paul Worthy missed last week's game, but with Peter Bell injured, Worthy back in the squad. That's Shane Williams. Good play by Williams, good driving run, but looking all the time, trying to slip the ball away one-handed. Kelly, infield it goes. Holiday, the first call for the loose forward. That's a good ball. Gary Cox, the support is Errol Johnson. Johnson still going. Gary Cox again. Can he get the slip in? Errol Johnson going. Good attacking play. Choice pass of Holiday that put Cox through. Out it goes Delaney. Holiday again. Mark Conway. Conway's going to go himself. Conway is over. That's the first Dewsbury score of the afternoon. Marvellous try. It was set up in the first instance when Holiday sent Cox. It was the improvisation from Bob Eccles where he feigned to kick and pass and then eventually tried to put the ball out to McMurty, but unfortunately the ball was forward. That's Mark Haig. Kelly moves that ball out as Gary Cox runs to try and get on the outside of the defence. Dewsbury 4, Barrow 12 as Mark Conway. The ball comes out. That's a good run by Fleary. The support's there, Nathan Graham, but Nathan Graham can't get the ball to his support, but that's better by Dewsbury. Good, surging, powerful run. Darren Fleary down the middle. Mark Conway, Les Holiday. Holiday holds back inside. It goes Williams to Conway. Conway puts the kick forward. Barrow under pressure. Barrow missed the ball. Tries it. I think it's Mark Conway again that scored the try. The scrum half. In the first team too much, so he's going to show what he can do this afternoon as Gary Cox, as the floodlights begin to take full effect. Kelly. Shane Williams, the drive, hard and straight, and through for a try. Shane Williams goes over. The third Dewsbury try of the afternoon, would you believe it? Game. It's when one side perhaps is running away with things. Again now then, Barrow interestingly kept the ball away from Eddie Rombo on that one. Looks like Errol Johnson cropping up on the far side in that right centre position. That's Mark Haig. Good ball to slip. Marquis Charles. Rombo on the far side. Eddie's going to score. Eddie gets towards the post and Eddie goes over. That must be Dewsbury's third try in 3 minutes or 4 minutes. Would you believe it? Dewsbury eventually get the ball, a little bit scrappy on that occasion. Mark Conway does the cleaning up. Eddie Rombo comes in. Just brings out the handoff and knocks one man to the ground. I think it was the Barrow scrum half, Kavanagh. who felt the effects of that one. Holiday again, the turn, there goes Worthy, there goes Delaney, can he get there? Reaches and scores. Paul Delaney, the strength, the perseverance eventually paid off. Gets the game underway, the crowd buzzing with the news that Keithley have gone down at Carlisle. Marquis Charles in possession is Kelly, Holiday, the dummy, and then they're on superb attacking position for the opening minute of the second half as the switch from Kelly to Williams is after his second. He's in for his second. Mark Conway's got two. Shane Williams has got two. Substitute went on the left wing as Conway wrestles the ball out of the scrum. Here comes Rombo. Oh, good ball, Paul Delaney again. Good play by Rombo. Going into the tackle, slipping the ball out. The other side of the tackle is Holiday. Dewsbury numbers. Again, Marquis Charles. Good ball. Conway tackled. In possession again. Ideal position for Dewsbury. In the shadow of the post. Kelly acting halfback. Out it goes, the long ball. Delaney. Harold Johnson. Infield it comes as Dennis Bailey comes on the run around, but the ball doesn't come. So that's good tackle by Barrow on Paul Delaney. The switch from Kelly. Infield the ball comes and Dewsbury right on the line. What can they serve up on the last tackle? The long ball out. But, good tackling by Barrow. In fact, it isn't. Dewsbury managed to struggle out and get the touchdown. It looked as if the Barrow defence had stood firm on the last tackle, that managed to clamp. Rare spells of possession. The kick from loose forward Singleton that well taken by Dewsbury on that far side. Dennis Bailey, is he going to have a run? Going to come crossfield and tries to step back inside. Kelly. Oh, a bit of juggling. Nathan Graham did well to control that ball in the end. Again the switch. Here comes Dickinson. Gets his ball away as well. Fleary. The forwards running well. I'm sure Dickinson's seen what Williams has done. He's seen what Fleary have done. The Dewsbury forwards really coming strong. Good ball from Holiday to Williams. Marquis Charles. The support's there. Errol Johnson. Inside Mark Conway. That's his hat-trick. Shane Williams has a hat-trick. Mark Conway goes over for his hat-trick. They'd rather have 6 points than the 2. Kelly. Scored so many tries from those close-in positions, Neil Kelly, when everybody is expecting one thing. He does the unexpected. As Fleary. Love to emulate, of course, Williams, and Fleary struggles now then. Marquis Charles, Paul Delaney, Cox, just one pass away again from a score. Delaney. The long ball out, there's a gap there. Errol Johnson goes over. Again, that was so easy. Carlisle, and when you think that what Dewsbury put 15 to Carlisle at the start of the season as Conway, Delaney, Marquis Charles' opposite number, and moved up on him quickly, so the route to the left was blocked. Now then, Holiday, the blind side switch. Rombo for the corner. Rombo goes inside, outside, towards the post. Get it down, Eddie, which he does. The blindside move was instigated there by Les Holiday. He's got to look at people like Joint and Nickel, young forwards, and try and emulate what they've done. Nathan Graham then. The rain sweeping across Mount Pleasant. Dennis Bailey threatening to break clear. And Dennis hasn't seen much of the action at all tonight. He's had a quiet time of things out on the left flank now then. Andy Dickinson shows the ball to start with, gets it away. Marquis Charles, and now then, Dennis Bailey free. Fullback comes across, Dennis Bailey, can he get around the outside now? Has he got the legs to go? Dennis Bailey's running, Dennis Bailey, that's a marvellous try for Dewsbury. Excellent try by Dewsbury, just the reply they wanted, just what we needed to bring this game to life. Dennis Bailey. Less than a Davis again, that's high. Nathan Graham waits, Nathan Graham takes it well, and Nathan Graham clears his line well. Now then, Graham tries to get on the outside. It looks like Huddersfield are going to bring on substitute Andy Sewell, but superb full-back play by Nathan Graham. It was a huge high kick by Brad Davis. Graham took it, managed to beat the tacklers and make 20-25 yards down the left. Good full-back play by Graham, good clearing play by Dewsbury. Mark Conway puts the ball across. Darren Fleary just juggling there, just having to readjust all the time to take that ball. Holiday puts the ball out. Good play, keeping the ball alive, and now that we got the support there, the Huddersfield cover comes back again. It was good covering, it was centre Phil Helliwell, the man managing to get back on Errol Johnson. Dewsbury still keeping the ball going out towards that left-hand side. In fact, the ball comes in. That's going to be the first try. Dewsbury over for a try to open the scoring. Good football. It looked as if the attack had broken down at one. Now comes Davis. Ian Thomas. Now then, Dennis Bailey. Can Dennis Bailey get outside the cover? And yeah, he did right, Dennis Bailey there. If he'd have gone on the outside in the end, he'd have been shoved into touch. So Errol Johnson. Now then, Johnson still going, and a bit ironic then that Dewsbury gave Thomas a try, and Thomas and Huddersfield almost gave Dewsbury one, but Dewsbury driving into that quarter then. This is excellent attacking position. There's options left, there's options right. As the ball comes. Keeping the ball. Going on that far side. Dewsbury going to get his Marquis Charles in at the corner. The try is given. Dewsbury go back in front. After the mistake by goes down as Huddersfield now putting the ball as the interception comes in, and Mark Conway is going to go between the posts. That's the game, that's the decider. The interception try is the absolute killer. I don't really think there's any way back after that. Errol Johnson gets the news on the match as Delaney. Still going and battling and shrugging and ricocheting and still in possession. That's the vital thing. 16 Dewsbury, 6 Huddersfield. This man couldn't have been far off the man of the match, Gary Cox. We mentioned at the beginning of the game that Cox and Delaney both been in storming form of late, and the victory at York and this victory that's about to come really putting Dewsbury back on the rails as the long ball comes out. Errol Johnson just gets the ball out. Dennis Bailey goes over. That's the one that finally caps it all off. It takes Dewsbury into the 20s. The Huddersfield record has definitely gone now. That was the icing on the cake. Up and away come Dewsbury again towards the halfway line. Dennis using his support. Marquis Charles, Eddie Rombo, and Eddie's still going. He's run strongly this afternoon. Hasn't got clear. Perhaps just that, not that one, but the time before is probably best run as Conway moves the ball again, and good slip ball from Holiday to Delaney, and still we're going out on the side. Errol Johnson gets the ball from Kelly and holds, and Errol Johnson uses his head and just takes the tackle. Come again. Again the long ball, bit of space on that far side. Marquis Charles, the support yet. Nobody's going to get it. Over he goes, another try for Dewsbury. Wouldn't you believe it's almost a rout at present. Again Dewsbury moving the ball.
This is Cox. Conway, Worthy. Kelly onto Conway. Brings in Les Holiday, and good tackling from Danes, but Holiday gets the ball away. Dennis Bailey with the ball. Runs at Simon Ashcroft. Barry Ledger has a ride on his back. Chris Ashurst eventually the player who knocks them all over. Holiday again. Dickinson. Here comes Conway. Conway with a pass out to Agar. In fact, it's Nathan Graham that's coming the line there. Worthy stepping away from O'Brien's tackle, but he's hammered by the two props. Ashurst and Humphreys, that's the 5th tackle. Conway with the ball, chips over the top. That ball bounces to Mark Conway. It's on to Kelly, and Kelly brought down by Danes, but the try is given as Kelly slipped over the line with the ball. Mike, a good bit of thinking there from Mark Conway. The ball this time with Errington. Errington kicks the ball downfield over the head of Rombo. The ball's rolling towards the dead ball line. It's going to hold up, is it? It does. Rombo has to play the ball out. Danes misses the tackle and Rombo's in the clear here. A bad tackle to miss there from Paul Danes, but luckily Mark Welsby and Paul Kennett covered for him. Here comes Graham, the fullback. That's 6 more tackles. Paul Kennett struck out for the ball and the tackle. Cox. Holiday. Out to Delaney. Dickinson. Dickinson gets a lift from Paul Kennett, but he still gets the ball away to Delaney. Delaney just brought down by Chris Ashurst. Kelly. Inside to Conway, but the ball surely went forward there. Graham takes the ball up. And Nathan Graham gives a salute as he puts the ball down, but I'm quite sure that ball went forward in that movement. Quick play the ball from Dewsbury. Nathan Graham moving the ball out that side. Paul Lord limping back towards his wing. This is Rombo. Rombo gets away from the tacklers. He's got Bailey in support, gets the ball to Bailey. Dennis Bailey stepping towards the line. Simon Ashcroft after him, but Dennis Bailey touches down. And well played. Eddie Rombo gets a pat on the back from all his players.
20-metre area.
Yeah, of course, he gives Dewsbury possession again. Delaney gets the ball to Agar. Agar slips the tackle, gets the ball out to Dickinson. Dickinson striding for that corner, and a spectacular dive too. And Dewsbury increased the lead to 26 points to 6.
Paul Worthy, just again, that showed the condition, just losing his feet as he attempted to go forward, and I think the best way to describing this game, it's a forward slog at present. It really is hard work. Holiday, that's good play, gets the support, Conway's there. Now then, Mark Conway tries to go around Johnson, gets the ball out. Marquis Charles on the far side, gets the ball in, the support's there under the post, and this is what the game needed. The first score of the game, it was Holiday that set. The indication that 6 tackles were up for Highfield, the turnover virtually on half time, and God looking for the support now then. Have we got the legs to go? Now then, Marquis Charles comes on the outside of the defence. The cover comes across. Marquis Charles always got the pace to hold him up, and that's a sickener for Highfield. Just what Dewsbury needed just to ease things before half. Nathan Graham, now then. Eddie Rombo been brought into the fray in the early stages of the half. The track's about 3 or 4 tacklers to him, so there must be some gaps somewhere. The blindside move and the switch back. Highfield tackling well, whether or not they'll fade a bit in the last 20 minutes. We'll have to wait and see on that one, as well taken out on that far side. That was a good difficult pick-up. Conway running out the defence. Still going Mark Conway. Nice ball to the support. Agar under the post as he gets the ball to his support. Try. First try of the half to Dewsbury. The halfbacks in unison then. Charles from Conway. Dickinson from Charles. Crossfield and infield. And Dickinson's going to go. Looks for his support. Nathan Graham. Good play by Dickinson. Good play by Graham. Back to Dickinson. So good play by the two of them. Again to the blind side. The support was up, but the pass unable to be smuggled out. Conway, Holiday, the dummy, then the switch, and just looked a little bit congested there. There looked a lot of men, but the ball's still going. Room out on the right. Dickinson, if he takes it. Dickinson for the corner, and bit ironic for Eddie Rombo, of course, who's moved on to the left flank, that Andy Dickinson takes the long ball, and the kick comes there. That's going to bounce. Eddie Rombo stands up for Eddie, can have a go. Gets the ball away. Good play by Rombo. The cover gets back and tries given though. The tries given. The cover got back. The tackle was made. Highfield player there a little bit. Now then the support is out on the left. Now then Eddie Rombo, what can Eddie do? Inside. Inside he comes. Still going. Can Eddie get clear? Inside he steps, then outside again, and good effort by Eddie Rombo. Exciting run by the wingman. Eddie likes dry grounds, but powerful run. Set Dewsbury up. Mark Conway. The ball comes out, Dickinson. But again, just losing ground at the vital time. But again, good play by Dewsbury. Good run by Rombo, and the ball moved cross field. Dickinson. Conway, the long ball. Agar. Out. Overlap on the left. It's like Nathan Graham over. Is it? The flag goes, but looks no problem there. Good football that by Now then the switch back as Chris Johnson comes in. Now then another interception. Marquis Charles, are they going to catch him? The wingman comes across, but I don't think he's going to catch Marquis Charles, who steps out of the last channel, the last tackle. The wingman tracing was Barrow, the ex-St Helens player, but the thing with an... Highfield varying the kickoffs. Of course, Dewsbury napping from the kickoff on a couple of occasions, but Andy Dickinson, common sense there, stops it with his foot. Infield he goes, and just thought then of floating the long one out, like we often see out towards. Always think of Dennis Bailey out on that left wing as Crook moves that ball infield, and Marcus Charles was up in support then. Of course, he's on a hat-trick. Mark Conway puts a good pass through, and now then can Dewsbury get in. There's nobody out on the wing. Mark Conway gets up. Mark Conway goes over in the corner. So Mark Conway, who just got his third goal success of the afternoon. Gary Cox then, the first drive, as in last week's game. Dewsbury playing uphill in the first half. The blind side switch from Kelly, creating space. Dickinson took that ball from Marquis Charles. Dewsbury then looking for their opening scorers, Holiday. But Cumbrians there moving up quickly. They'll have done the homework, knowing that Dewsbury like to move the ball about, and moving quickly up on the Dewsbury cover as Conway again. Like Kelly, the man there, caught in possession. Conway darts from acting half-back. Then the longer ball, that's Marquis Charles. Now then, Andy Dickinson. Strong run from Dickinson, who seems to be enjoying himself these days playing on the wing. Dewsbury then looking for this early score. Holiday. That's an easy one. The opening score then of this third round of Silk Cut Challenge Cup tie. The competition when, of course, the first division clubs come in. Eddie Rombo. Well read there by the Hensingham defence, moving up quickly on Neil Kelly from acting halfback. Three men in on the tackle on Paul Worthy. Look to knock on then from Neil Kelly at acting halfback. Dewsbury a little bit fortunate to get away with that one. Conway from Kelly, going to fan it out to the right. As Dickinson again gets a good pass from Marquis Charles and puts the ball inside to his support. Now Dewsbury have got options, but again the move just breaking down, but it's a good play by Charles and Dickinson. Dewsbury going to bring the ball across. Could be options now. Errol Johnson got Eddie Rombo outside him. Errol Johnson goes himself. Simple try. Errol Johnson over them for the second Dewsbury score of the afternoon. That really was again excellent Hensingham play. The break by Hewer and the superb kick through from Tunstall. As Holiday brings it back for Dewsbury, and perhaps at 12-0 Dewsbury thought it was going to be easy, and certainly not turning out that way. As Fleary comes off, in fact Eddie Rombo coming off injured, so my apologies to Eddie. I was perhaps a bit harsh on him when I said he didn't play the ball. So Glenn Coghlan looks to be on at centre, and this man in possession, wearing 4, Errol Johnson playing on the left wing now. As Coghlan, that's a good tackle, but Holiday manages to get the ball back as Nathan Graham gets it out to Marquis Charles, and Andy Dickinson comes inside. Dickinson finds the support, and Dickinson again in possession. Can he get the ball out? Agha goes inside and the ball comes free. Paul Worthy. This is going to be another try. Errol Johnson's second, and Dewsbury showing the value of keeping the ball alive. Hewer Tunstall is going to kick on the first tackle for the wingman to chase, and it's the Dewsbury centre turned wingman, Errol Johnson. But, good obviously a pre-planned move from Tunstall to kick for the wingman Holiday to chase. That's the Hensingham Holiday. It's Coghlan. Marquis Charles getting the ball in field. So often Marquis Charles just appears to be ambling, then suddenly goes up a gear as Holiday turns the ball back, and Shane Williams. Mark Conway. Good ball. Now then, Fleary's gone. Can he find the support? Darren Fleary on the outside. Can he get the ball inside? He gets the ball inside. The man we were talking about, Marquis Charles, goes over, and Marquis Charles took one there after. Standoff Tunstall, the kick. Nathan Graham, Andy Dickinson. Dickinson doing well, managing to get the ball infield to Errol Johnson, and Errol Johnson finds Nathan Graham. Good play, because Dickinson a couple of times he's looked when he's gone across field as if he's almost going to go into touch. As that was well picked up by Shane Williams. And a good ball. Darren Fleary, Marquis Charles, high stepping through. Gets the ball in, good play. This is the hat-trick. Errol Johnson, 3 tries this afternoon, and I think the Hensingham defender there just going to make sure that Marquis Charles sniffing out the interception, and Holiday almost going over for his second try, but it just looked as if Hensingham might create an overlap on the left, and Marquis Charles alert as ever to Mark Conway doing the right thing, just getting his boots fixed. In fact, Mark Conway gets the boss Dickinson going through. The ball was kicked on then when couldn't be picked up, and Conway turning it back to Dickinson as Kelly again hands the ball out. Coghlan still going. He's going to get relatively near to the post. That was oh so simple. Oh, it's one against the head. Oh, it's Holiday. Knocks it back. That was Holiday still going. How's he got the legs to go? There must be something on out wide as Marquis Charles steps back inside. Coghlan gets the ball. That Gary Cox. To be options out if they can get the ball out, and in fact it's gone the wrong way. Now then, with a chase on Glenn Coghlan for the corner, but the cover's going to catch him. Oh, it's not going to catch him. Glenn Coghlan's still going. Pushing on, and Glenn Coghlan, would you believe, falls over the line, and well, it looked as if he was caught and he pushed on, and Kelly, Cox. Now then, everybody switches to the blind side. Kelly's got the and he's turns it back. Holiday crashes through, crashes over. They don't really come easier than that. Second try. That Hensingham have been given the put in, but not to worry. Another ball. That's a great ball from Holiday to set Nathan Graham free again, and one of those choice passes of Holiday. Here comes Cox. Kelly, Paul Crook. Kelly again, Nathan Graham, he deserves one, and Nathan Graham goes over. He was so unfortunate with the one he had disallowed, and plenty of kicking off practice. As Kelly, the long ball, the bouncing ball, that one sticks in the mud. It's not as dry up there as it is actually in the middle portion of the field, and the Williams gets away as Conway and Coghlan. That was almost a Cumbrian throw, and Les Holiday gets up a little bit feelingly. Paul Crook. Now then, Shane Williams, he's got men with him. Might have been a little bit better to look to move that ball on, and there were options outside. Kelly, Conway, the long one. Well picked up, Holiday again, Coghlan. Moves the ball on now, then Richard Agar going to go over in the corner, he does. That was so easy, nice bit of unselfish play by Glenn Coghlan, because he could have thought about himself and thought about the hat. Conway. First call for Tony Marchant then. Playing at standoff after a career basically spent at centre, Great Britain International Honours. And of course, on the wing, Gary Cox drives to the line, and Dewsbury looking for an early score just to settle nerves, settle things down a bit. The long ball cross field, Marchant. Nathan Graham in the line from full back. Errol Johnson, but Johnson covered well, forced to step in field. Kelly. Good play by Neil Kelly, just holding the ball, expecting the pass, created real space. Mark Conway puts the long ball out. That's the score that Dewsbury wanted. That's the one to settle nerves. And again, Andy Precious, the left-footed drop. The football skills from Kelly. The drive from Bell. Just carrying the ball in one hand, looking to offload it, the right hand at slip if possible, but Bell taking the tackle. Cox then, that's two. This is that superb attacking position for Dewsbury's Kelly. Again, moving, the try is given then, so it's the ideal start for Dewsbury, taking the ball down from their own. Darren Rogers didn't see too much of the ball in the first half. Cox again, the slip, ball crook. Two tackles gone then. Options left and right. This is the switch, but Hunslet reading it well as Dewsbury eventually getting the ball out now. Then Darren Fleary, Nathan Graham, but Hunslet spotted that move that Dewsbury were going to bring the ball, switch it back to the left, the cover moving up quickly, frustrating that Dewsbury attack as cries for a forward pass from Mark Conway. Conway now, then the long ball. Charles, Marquis Charles, puts it back in field. Kelly goes to the line. Neil Kelly goes over Steve Presley, the man on the spot, gives the try. So it's the trusted left boot of Andy Precious. Now then Nathan Graham again, this is the other side of the field. Feints to Eddie Rombo, but runs crossfield, still going. Then finds Darren Rogers. But again, good cover from Hunslet, but good play from both Nathan Graham and Darren Rogers, and Dewsbury coming forward in style. Tony Marchant. So again, good reply, good feeling of that Precious kick by Graham, and Rogers adding to the attackers. Conway. Marquis Charles does the tidying up. Dewsbury 16, Hunslet 8. Ooh. Just Glenn Bell couldn't find Eddie Rombo. Now then Errol Johnson across on the other side of the field. He gets the ball out. Kelly still going. Kelly dumming and feinting. Puts the ball in field, and is a try given. The referee's given the try. I think it's Paul Worthy again that's got over, and it was Neil Kelly again. We talked about as many teams do, difficult to get out, and Dewsbury take that ball from the scrum, and again good position to set up another score. Cox, can he drive? Try given that. It was an exaggerated movement by Steve Presley. He lifted his hand up. I thought he was going to signal at one time on his back, but up the number of times they have been caught in possession on the sixth tackle. So again, Dewsbury, both men who were substituted, Cox and Fleary, prepare to return as Marchant Dickinson's got Marquis Charles with him. Eddie Rombo, good pass by Rombo. As Kelly puts the long ball. Now then, plenty of space down here. Glenn Coghlan, the running star, distinctive. Again, turns the ball in. The try is given. So again, Dewsbury exploiting. Tire the 12 men out. Gary Cox relishes the Conway then, solo burst then, just everybody expecting the pass, and good play by Conway, Coghlan, Marchant, Charles, Graham. Just couldn't get the ball there to Eddie Rombo. Good burst by Conway, just a short, sharp spurt when everybody was expecting the pass. Conway again. Charles gets the ball out. That's another try for Dewsbury. A popular one, looks like Andy Dickinson, the man that's gone over and again. Unlucky. Conway, Marchant, Rombo. Rombo's strong run off Marchant's ball there. Kelly, Conway. Marquis Charles loses his footing, steps back in field and turns 360 degrees, puts the ball out. Darren Rogers stretches, Darren Rogers gets the try, takes Dewsbury into the 40s. Right, Dewsbury, they're going to go into Sunday's game having had a midweek game, and it looks from the scores coming in as if they're going to record a success against Huddersfield, which is really going to set things up for Sunday. Dewsbury still going. Time must be virtually into injury time. Conway, Marchant, Conway, Fleary just did well to control that ball at the end. Alan Fleary, it was odds on that ball was going to be spilled. Kelly, Conway, Glenn Bell still going. Again, gets the slip in. That's another score, and it's like Marquis Charles, the man that was up there. And simple things well. It's Gary Cox. Dewsbury 2. Keighley Cougars 0. Errol Johnson gets the ball back. Kelly and Conway. I think perhaps Dewsbury just lying a little bit flat there, not perhaps particularly expecting the ball to be slipped out in those circumstances. Now there's a bit of gap as Kelly goes and just looks to find his support, but swung round and swung down in the tackle. Now then, Mark Conway. What can the scrum half do? Gets the ball onto Errol Johnson. Errol Johnson creates a bit of space on the far side. Eddie Rombo goes over for the vital try. The first score and a vital score. Eddie Rombo, the man who's had probably his best half for a long time. As the dropout comes, what a boost another score would be for Dewsbury. Don't be greedy, but another try or converted try would certainly put the icing on the cake for half time. 5 tackles to go then. As Dewsbury really certainly setting up the position to move the ball out as Mark Conway running, puts the ball onto Darren Fleary, and Keighley cover quickly up 2 men into the tackle on Darren Fleary. Again we come to the blind side. The switch back inside comes. The try is given. I think it's Gary Cox that's got the try. We talked about the icing on the cake. That could well be the icing on the cake. It means that Dewsbury are certainly... Stocks into Dave Rotherham. Sam Stewart in with the assist. The ball out then, Neil Kelly. And Les Holiday. Holiday gets it away. Kelly finds Glenn Bell. Glenn Bell gets it away. First call for Mark Conway. Dewsbury kicking out. Now then, Marquis Charles. Stuck in the middle with you and just nowhere really to go. Did the sensible thing then, Marquis Charles, just taking the tackle and Dewsbury slipping the ball in style. Must have been almost forward, that ball to Darren Fleary. Kelly then left Mark Conway. The long ball, Holiday. The gap is Nathan Graham, the first score. Dewsbury 4, London Crusaders 0. The footballers... Penalty for pulling back. It's Conway fanning the ball about. Holiday, the long ball. Now then Eddie Rombo. Rombo gets the ball, rides the tackle, and Eddie goes in to make it 8 points to 6. Just what Dewsbury needed. Let's credit Les Holiday because we gave Les a... Porter and Darren Fleary then. You see the softnet games at the kick-off caught usually by one of the backs, and then just one pass just brings her forward, driving the ball clear. Again, it's the blind side movers. Bell, now he finds the support now. Comes out now Eddie Rombo. Eddie Rombo versus Andre Stoop. Rombo cuts in, finds Andre Stoop clinging on for all he was worth. Good tackle, good play by Dewsbury then. Dewsbury looking again for another early score as Conway and Fleary eventually taking that ball from Holiday and been smothered, but it was a good tackle as Errol Johnson comes in. It was an excellent tackle by Stoop on Rombo. Not many take Eddie 1-to-1, but the former Namibian Rugby Union international up to the task. Kelly again and Conway, and then the ball comes left. Holiday, Nathan Graham. Now then the angled run, puts the ball out. Darren Rogers goes over in the corner to put Dewsbury back in the lead. 16 points. the ball going well now. The kick comes in. Kitchen now then. Darren Rogers, bit of time and space. In fact, Nathan Graham and Darren Rogers. Nathan Graham read the situation well. Made sure he didn't go into touch. Andy Dickinson then, but, straight into the experienced arms of Jed Byrne. Cox. Again, a gland below. Paul Burns does the smothering job. Conway. Darren Fleary and Darren Fleary. Just so often we keep saying, just threatening to make the break without it ever just quite materialising. Kelly and turns it back. Marchand. Now then Fleary again. Nathan Graham. Good ball. Rogers, can he get it at the corner? Darren Rogers can, so the Dewsbury try eventually comes. It was a good ball from Nathan Graham, a good first time ball. Glenn Bell for one then. Kelly and Conway. Mark Conway now turns it inside. Nathan Graham, then Nathan Graham going to get over. Nathan Graham goes over. Superb ball from Mark Conway. Then Mark Conway ran this way. Turned it. Team's looking to put the kick in, but whether or not somebody had miscalculated. Nathan Graham then still going. Another fullback, like Jamie Bloom, loves to get forward. Trent Jordan, I thought a good game on Sunday. Difficult, as we said at the time, to come into a game like that, and obviously to fill the boots of somebody like Les Holiday, but a promising debut as Marchand moves the ball on. Gary Cox, but the Doncaster tackling's good. In fact, looks as if somebody down's got a knock. Darren Fleary, that's a good run. Gets the ball out, well played Darren Fleary, and Eddie Rombo, good play Rombo, and that was a good tackle on Marchand. I think it was Max Tomlinson coming from his wing, and that really was a ball and all. Glenn Coghlan going solo from acting halfback. A good run by the standing hookery as Marchand and Conway puts the long ball out. Could be a chance in the corner. Marquis Charles goes across. Marquis Charles gets in at the corner. An excellent try for Dewsbury. It was Conway's long ball. Such a of a rugby ball, but it's Doncaster certainly had the better of things in the last part of the game from a territorial point of view, and Dewsbury needing the position towards this Don's quarter as Conway switches to the blind side and creates Drew Dickinson running strongly. Can he get his support? Marcus Charles goes over, so an excellent try, just the riposte that Dewsbury needed to extend the lead. Certainly plenty of penalties given out both sides. Dewsbury. Again, long goal, 2 tackles. Holiday the switch. Holiday plenty of running with the ball, then finding the support, switching back. Coghlan. Again, looking to get the ball away. Back to 1. Darren Fleary. Coghlan. Holiday. Gets Dickinson free. Can Dickinson find his support? That was the... just almost over, and that was the area where Dickinson created those tries for Marcus Charles in that game against Doncaster when he moved so well down that wing in the first half as Holiday. Out we come again, Conway. There's options out if we can get the ball out. Agar and Rombo. Eddie Rombo comes infield. Eddie Rombo goes to the line. Eddie Rombo goes over, so Dewsbury back in the lead. Tap it away then. Cox. Gary Cox drives to the line. Gary Cox goes over, so a bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and And it was Tony Humphries, the man who couldn't take that ball, and Dewsbury back in possession. Coghlan, Longo, Holiday. Holiday. Can he look outside? He's got Agar with him. And it was... the try's been given. As Dewsbury come forward. Peter Bell. Eddie Rombo just cropped up in the centre position. Shane Williams, but again, Swinton moving up quickly, just not letting the Dewsbury runners get into the stride. Conway, Holiday, Andy Dickinson. Certainly had a good season, Andy Dickinson, and gets the ball away. Really, another, we talked about Glenn Coghlan, certainly Andy Dickinson always gives it his best shot. Holiday. Ooh, gets the ball away, Shane Williams. Shane Williams got Agar with him. Agar inside, Eddie Rombo goes over. Eddie Rombo's going to get under the post, so Dewsbury's second score of the afternoon, second try. On for Dewsbury, because Paul Worthy's coming off and Shane Williams. We're going to have Ian McRae, Darren Fleary coming on. That's Darren Rogers tackled Conway. The gap comes, but Tony Humphries comes across. Dewsbury driving towards that line. Could be chances out. Is that Agar going for the line? And Richard Agar goes, and we talked about the early score for Dewsbury. We talked about the next score in the game. And Danny Whittle. The ball comes out, and play unruled as Peter Bell. McRae. Conway. Dickinson coming onto that ball well. Then gets it away again. Agar. Sidestep in field. Finds the support. Longo. Again, the cover gets back. It's Paul Barrow, the man, making the vital tackle. It's again Dewsbury. Bit of lie. Coghlan. Something on blind side. That was a long pass. That certainly looked forward. The ball's still going. Eddie Rombo puts it back. Now then Longo. Nice turn. Must be some gap here. Peter Bell strides. Peter Bell gets the try. Give Davy Longo the credit for that. Superb football from the young standoff there.